Welcome back to another wonderful episode of Lupus Has No Face, the podcast where we talk about real life, real struggles, and the power behind lupus and beyond. I'm your host, Savannah Burst, today, and we will be discussing my next chapter, The Empty Nest. Okay, listen, before we hop all into that, right? I am in Ross, Texas. So let me just do a little recap about my day yesterday. Yesterday was so chaotic. When I say chaotic, I mean chaotic. So I woke up to what's that yesterday? You guys know I'll be having brain fog. So I woke up to a kitchen full of water because I had my windows open or whatever. So kitchen full of water. I didn't get any sleep. I had a meeting with my girl Mikkel doing a master mind boot camp at 6:15 in the morning. So I'm waking up cleaning the water out of my kitchen. I am on Zoom. I'm taking notes. I'm recording. And I'm also doing some last packing for my trip to Texas because I wanted to be here for my daughter's first day of school. Yes, I am that mother. I have only one princess, and this is her first year of high school, her first day of school, and I definitely had to be here. So I made that trip. I was talking to my prince. He was aggravating me. Anybody that knows him and our relationship, he likes to aggravate me. That's his way he shows his love. So I was messing around with him before I actually left the house. I ended up going to work, and I was just in kind of like outer space because the conversation that I was having with somebody on the phone, it wasn't polite. The conversation wasn't going the way that it needed to go. People wasn't hearing what was actually being said, and they were actually really going off of emotion. So yes, I decided to be petty and adding to that and be dismissive. Where I could have just explained the situation, been quiet for a second, used my frontal lobe instead of my middle brain medulla to react to the situation. So I was really aggravated about that. So after all of that, the weather added on a whole hour driving to the airport. So it's raining, it's pouring down. um I'm using my GPS because it's like, if you want to go this way, to save 11 minutes, go this way. And it kept doing it. To in reality, I wasn't saving anything. The traffic was super slow in Illinois. It just added on a whole hour. So my flight was supposed to leave at 6:02. The doors was closing at 5:49. The shuttle got, I parked my car, took the shuttle, so the shuttle was like a mile away, right? So I'm like, oh my God, I hope I make it. I hope I make it. Oh my God, God, please let me make it. I cannot miss this day. So I get there. Now what do you see? When I tell you nobody was at the check-in for your luggage counter, piss wasn't even a word. Like, I could have screamed, yelled, and did all of everything. When I was so irritated. So I paid for a check bag that did not get checked. Okay. So I had to go through security check. I went through security check. They threw away. Now you know when you're going through security check, you have to have the traveling size lotion, perfume, and all that. I didn't because I was checking a bag, right? Perfume that I done paid over $100 got thrown in the garbage. My lotion got thrown in the garbage. My sunscreen that I needed got thrown in the garbage. My soap got thrown in the garbage. My toothpaste got thrown in the garbage. When I tell you, I'm looking at that guard and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Excuse my language. But I was really upset in my feelings because this is not my fault. Like, nobody was literally, this was like a movie. Nobody was literally at the counter to take my check-in bag. They didn't take my bag. So the lady that was at another airline was like, "Well, just go up there and have them check your bag." not thinking that they was going to throw my things away since she instructed me to do this. It was either that or miss my flight. So I'm so annoyed. I was so annoyed. I'm like, just give me my luggage. Just give me my luggage. I had no more niceness in me. Like, just give me my luggage. So me and this other guy, we like literally running through the airport. We are literally running through the airport. I'm like, oh my God. And my suitcase did not want to, it was doing whatever it wanted to do. The wheels was going this way, the wheels was going this way. I had my purse. I was just overly stimulated. Like, I was overly stimulated. So when I got there, I'm looking around. I see all of these people. I'm like, did I miss my flight? I'm like, oh my God. And so my anxiety was just, it was just going and going and going. So I'm like, excuse me, can you help me? She was like, yes, give me a moment. I'm like, did I miss my flight? She like, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like now I'm just like emotionalist. I'm every feeling that you can probably imagine right now. Okay, because I'm keeping inside the things that I want to say. So she had no knowledge that the plane was the plane was delayed. So my plane was delayed, which was actually a good thing. But I wish that I would have got a text message saying that my plane was delayed, because that could have, it could have saved so much of everything. But I didn't get a text message. So thank God I didn't miss the plane. So I'm telling her what happened or whatever. And I'm like, there was nobody at that front desk. And I'm just so irritated. Like, I need to be compensated. Like, they threw all my things away. And so the supervisor called down to the front desk airline. And she's speaking to the lady that was supposed to be at the front desk. So because the lady thought that the plane took off, she was not there, not getting the memo that the plane has been delayed. So everybody, including me, that was not able to check their bags, had to go through the same thing that I was going through. But I wasn't letting that slide. Somebody needs to compensate me for the things that they threw away or whatever. And they was like, well, we're not. And I'm gonna say I don't care. Frontier. I'm never, ever, 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 ever flying Frontier ever, 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 ever again. I made a complaint, but she did instruct me that she did state that I probably would not get compensated for my things. She's sorry, and she was so nice. It wasn't her fault, but she took care of me at that moment. So now I'm in an airport. I can't board until 8:15. So I did all of this rushing. All of my anxiety was kicking in. Just all of these things was happening to me, and now my flight is delayed. So I'm like, okay. So I was able to go to the bathroom, just getting myself together, washing my hands. I'm regrouping, I'm regrounding myself. So I'm just eating a whole bunch of cherries, sour cherries. I'm just eating them, right, and I'm like, I'm so hungry. So the time that I decided to go get something to eat, everything was closed. Nothing was open but the side stores, like where you can buy junk food at. And due to the weather, like things was closed down. So I haven't ate anything. All I had was a Celsius and some sour cherries. And I ate the whole bag of sour cherries. So I like that kind of messed my stomach up or whatever. So that aggravated me. So I'm talking to my people and they like, did you eat? You know, they checking in on me. They being a really good family, really good friends. Like they was really checking in on me. And I just had an attitude. And they had so kind, nice words to say. So it was keeping me uplifted. So I was like, at the end of the day, I didn't miss my flight. I get to go see my princess, right? So I get on the plane. Um, when I say people was coughing, people was hacking, no mask, no nothing. I didn't even have a mask. I was so mad at myself that I didn't even have a mask. So I had a blanket with me and I covered my whole mouth up. And I'm like, and I had it. I was like, oh my God, all this coughing and sneezing, like, oh my gosh. Like, and everybody like looked at me. I was just like, I better not get sick. Like, and there was this lady that was next to me that smelled like cat. It was just horrible. And so I went to sleep, but I wasn't asleep long enough. Like, finally got off the plane, my whole body was hurting. I'm talking about my back, my ankle, like everything on my body was just hurting. Like I had it, like I literally had it. So finally make it to Texas at like 11 o'clock at night. It was smooth, Talked to my daughter. My daughter was asleep. My sister was outside. She was there. Like, she didn't make me wait. Kudos. Shout out to my sister. Um, I got my luggage. Got in. She got my luggage for me. Put it in the car. It was just having a good old time, laughter and everything. We went to go get something to eat. Came back here and we watched the movie. I took a shower. I took a shower. I washed the day off of me. And then by the time I noticed, like, my phone was dead, and I was like, oh my God, like, people that I'm responsible for, people that are my priorities, they couldn't get in touch with me if they tried to get in touch with me. My phone's dead. So I was like, I have no more room to feel no other type of way. So I charged my phone up. Me and my sister, so then my sister got in the shower and I want to watch movies. Like, I love movies. That's something that got away from me. I love TV shows. That's something that got away from me. And yesterday or last night, this morning, it was wee hours in the morning, we watched Breathe 1 and Breathe 2. And I was up, and it was really calming. Like, it allowed me to calm down, to think, to regroup. Me and my sister was having some dope conversations. I haven't seen her in such a long time. So it was really nice catching up with her. um, and I was literally up to like four something in the morning. And then my phone died again because I had the charger. So I charged my phone back up. And then of course I had a meeting again at 6:15 in the morning. Couldn't miss my meeting. Mikhail was not having that. Wasn't gonna forgive myself if I missed that meeting. So I had a Zoom meeting at 6:15 in the morning. I made that. We got up, everybody got up and was getting ready for school, and then we went to go get my baby. And when I tell you, I told my princess was outside, she came outside, the smile on her face just did it for me. You know what I mean? It just did it for me. Like, Mom, you showed up. Not that there was any ever doubt, but the fact that I'm here for her first day of school, for high school, in a whole nother city and state, on time, taking her to school like it would be if we're back at home. It's just glue for me. And the pictures that we took, like, she held my face, like, it was things that she hasn't haven't did when we was back at home. So I can tell, like, she missed me too, very much so. Like, it showed in all her actions or whatever. And I was so very grateful for that. I was so very thankful for that. And we just taking pictures in the car. We not knowing what we doing, not know where we going. My sister stay here. She don't even know what she's doing. And when I tell you, the schools are so, so, so big, like, they're so big. So I'm like, Nana, make sure you talk to people, make sure you ask questions, because, this is new for your father out here. This is new for me being long distance, and this is new for you. So it's new for all of us or whatever. So I'm like, you got to help us help you. I'm like, so you got to communicate. Communicating is really, really huge. She's like, okay, Mom, okay, Mom, okay, Mom. So she got out and I was just like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? And she got out. So after that, me and my sister, we was talking, we went to go get something to eat. I don't even know if you're on here. Tell me the name of that Mexican restaurant. I actually put it online, but she took me to this Mexican restaurant this morning because, funny story, we ordered food from 360. It was called 360 Breakfast Club, and we were not there. The restaurant that we were at was 30 Breakfast Club. So I go in there and get the food, and I'm like, they was like, no, you got to be at the wrong spot. I'm like, no, it says this. And my whole time I was like, where's the six at on here? We was totally at the wrong spot. I was like, you know what? I'm just hungry. I just need to get something to eat. Like, we're gonna be okay. So she was like, I want you to have something that you haven't ate. So we went to Starbucks first, got some Starbucks, and then went to this Mexican place. When I tell you, that food was so good, so authentic, like, it put me right down. So I took a nap before the kids got out of school. So I took another nap, and that's not something I have been able to do either. So I was able to take a nap, and I was able to watch some TV. So just thinking about, like, all of those things. So I called my daughter, or I was texting her, like, let me know when you get out of school so we can come pick you up. My sister's actually on her way to go pick her up. I had to come on and do my due diligence with this podcast, let you guys know this new chapter in my life of being an empty nester. And it's so funny because it's so many like transitioning over. So she told me her school, they was really great. She met connections with people, which was really dope. I'm so happy that she did that. And now I'm waiting on her. But the things that I were doing when she left the house, I didn't think about it and nothing. And normally I try to like get some sleep, but no, when I tell you I was up to wee hours in the morning, we came from, it started Saturday. So Saturday, me and my crew, shout out to Ken. She has mine and my own podcast, and she's also a recruiter. Shout out to and she's also my sis. Shout out to Tone Death. He's also my friend, my manager, my producer. So he went with me as well to the Lupus Society of Illinois walk. Dr. LaShawn Garola, we joined her and her team. So we went there. We started our morning off at 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, this is Saturday. This past Saturday, we started our morning off at 5 o'clock in the morning. We went out there. We had a good time. Of course, I was sleep. I'm always sleep in the car. When we traveling, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. But when we got there, when I tell you, just to recap on my weekend, we got there. She had breakfast ready for us. I'm gonna call them the 3Ds. All the 3Ds was there because it's Dr. LaShawn Garola and her two doctors, Dr. Sam and Dr. Alex. And they was all there, making sure we was well taken care of. They fed us real good. Hospitality was great. Fast forward, we went to the walk. Now we get to the walk, you guys. When I tell you, my sister, Dr. LaShawn Garola, if you on here, hey, it's a little different setup because I am not at the studio today, but you know I have to still do the podcast. I can't see the comments, but I'll see them afterwards. But if you are on there today, I'm gonna have Tone like read off the comments or whatever on here today. When I tell you this was such a beautiful walk, when I tell you everybody was so humbling, so respectful, all nationalities. They had something called, I don't know if the whole walk was 5K or if it was like 3K and one. But if you wasn't able to do the full walk, they gave you the option to go to the shorter way. If you was able to do the whole thing, they gave you the option to go the whole thing. And I felt that that was so dope. um and of course Dr. LaShawn did her due diligence before I even came down here. She introduced me to some amazing people, and these people already knew who I was before I actually got there. And it was just so humbling when I was talking to all these different, rheumatologists, doctors, therapists. It was some amazing people that I met out there that was just so humbling and ready to take me on, like to collaborate, to do business. I dealt with some organizations that they just wanted your help only for their business, but these people out here, they was willing to collaborate to get to get the word out there because we all on the same mission. We just doing things differently. You know what I mean? And I understand it, and they understand it, and they match my mission. And I'm sure that I match theirs as to why we want to link up. And as I was talking to these people and taking pictures with these people, these amazing individuals, it was people that came up to me like, "Oh my God," I quote, "Oh my God, I knew I heard your voice." Never met me a day in their life. They watched the podcast, and when I tell you, that just made me feel a way that I just cannot explain. It just made me feel like and it verified that I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be doing this. Like to have strangers. They were strangers because I haven't physically met them, but they know who I am, and they knew my voice. And it was just so amazing that they recognized my voice, and just so even more amazing that I'm doing the work out here in the community, and I'm having substance, things to talk about, things that make sense, a beginning, a opening, a conclusion, things to do your research on, things, the knowledge to give people that's living well with lupus or any autoimmune diseases. Like I appreciate you guys because without you guys, there would have never been a lupus has no face. Lupus has no face thrives off the supporters and the donations and everything else. We are a community and we're unity, and I want to make that bigger. I want to be nationwide. So again, I appreciate all the supportive viewers. Anything that you ever had to do with Lupus Has No Face, I appreciate you in a major way. So we did all of that. Now, I made all these dope connections, So now we going to the backyard, the block party. So I go take a shower. I'm like, I need to get in the shower. My sister was like, I told you the downstairs bathroom, but she has an upstairs, a middle, and a downstairs. She was not specific on what she wanted, where she wanted me to take a shower at. But nevertheless, that's just us. That's literally just us. So got freshened up. When I tell you, she put her whole body in them baked beans and them green beans with them turkey necks and potatoes. That was so so good. Like we were knocked out sleep. Do you hear me? I'm talking about knocked out sleep. I think I posted. She caught us sleep, and I think I posted it on the books. But shout out to your cooking. And then we had best kept secrets that was in the building. If you are not familiar with them, or you have not heard their music, Classified. I think that's the new record. Correct me if I'm wrong, LaShawn. And Mr. Laney, if you on here, go follow them. BKS. When I tell you that band is amazing, when I tell you they were playing to my soul, honey, like I could have stayed out there all night long. Could have got a blanket and sat on the grass and listened to that music. That music was so fulfilling. Okay. um, so after we did all of that, kicked it with the band, kicked it with the sorority sisters, kicked it at the block party, had grown time, had fun. We traveled back. Uh, um, Once we traveled back, that's when the storm happened in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Again, send my sincere apologies for everybody that lost any and everything. I do have a lot of clothes, boy clothes at my home, so if anybody that is interested in any clothes, please do inbox me on any platform that you see, and I will be able to get back with you, and they are for free. I'll come drop them off, or we can meet up at a similar location, and I can give you these clothes. So we had such a major flood in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and a lot of people lost a lot of things going without heat and hot water and things of that nature. And it is definitely going to get better. I know you may not see it, but keep the faith and keep continue doing what you're doing. And it's definitely help out there. And shout out to my girl, Phoenix. Phoenix is one, and Phoenix, I know life has been hitting you, honey, but I am here. I am here. So if you need me, please do reach out to me. I am here. You are not a problem. I love you. You've been going through so so much, and I just want to let you know I am here if you need me in any type of way, shape, or fashion form. So moving on from there, it was like really late, and I just started. This is getting to the empty nesting part, right? I'm starting to clean out my refrigerator. So when I tell you I'm deep cleaning at wee hours in the morning, I'm deep cleaning. Like I'm deep cleaning the refrigerator. I deep cleaned the bathroom. I was just cleaning, like really, really, really cleaning. And I was literally tired, but it was just something that I was doing. Like my daughter was there. I felt really, really sad. Like I couldn't lay down. Like I was tired. And I started to lay down, but I'm like, dang. And my heart started, beating fast. My stomach started going into knots, and I'm like, I cannot believe my baby is gone. Like she is gone. So I text her father, like, I really miss her. And he was like, I know, but she's in Grace's hands. She got a dope father. So it's his time now, So I know he's gonna do amazing things for her, but it just tore me down. And to let you guys know, I am starting a grieving panel. So I'm looking for some people. But grieving doesn't mean losing somebody by death. It's more in your own life. For me, it's my daughter right now. So that's my grieving process. My daughter has moved out the home, and it was a collective decision, and she felt like Texas can do more for her than what Milwaukee, Wisconsin can. She's a dope flute player, and she wants to be a veterinarian, and Texas has that here. She travels about 4 or 5 times out the year with her father, and he turns her on to all the classes, any type of musical, anything. So she been coming to Texas for a while now, year after year after year, and she made a collective decision about the offers here. And at first I'm like, that's being my first and only daughter. I'm like, no, why would you want to go there? And I'm like, you know what? That's the selfish side of me. Tell me why you want it. And that's how she broke it down to me, how they got good musical schools, good veterinarian schools. And I was like, I'll do anything for my daughter's future, for either one of my kids' future. I'll do anything and to support that. And I told her, like, I'm gonna be sad. I haven't finished raising you, you only 14. You know what I mean? So I was very saddened by that. But I respected the decision, and I'm going to support her. So I agreed, and her father has been very, very supportive, letting me know I can come whenever I want to. I have all access. Like, he's an amazing father. So shout out to Noah. Um, so yeah, and then I started doing research. Me and my good friend Tone, my producer, my manager, I was telling him, and we was doing research, and it's a lot of um research behind empty nesters, and it was like a list with like 32 things on there, and that list, I was doing that, like, subconsciously, not knowing anything about it. I was literally doing that, and I'm like, oh my god. So that's where this bonus episode came from, just being a mom with lupus and dealing with an empty nester, what that looks like for my new chapter, for really all of us. And so for me, I think it really started last night. I work so much on all of my businesses, work for a business, my healthcare field. I'm supportive to all of my friends. Any chance that I get, I'm always doing something. I don't never want to be in the same space that I was the year before. So I'm always doing something. I always try to make sure to let people know I am here for you. Sometimes you got to reach out to me because sometimes I forget. Since I'm tired, just reach out to me to let them know that I am here for them because I do get busy. I am a busy person. While trying to have a love life of my own, whatever that's looking like. And like I said, yesterday was like a confirmation. Like, I love watching movies. I love being in a nice, comfortable bed, watching TV shows, and I did that with my sister. So I'm like, this is something that I'm gonna have to start doing to regroup myself because it brought me back to a safe space. Watching certain movies. So I'm gonna do that. Decluttering, I'm gonna do that. I can't say everything what I'm gonna do, but this is beneficial to me. Now that I look at it, because my father said to me, like, now you can focus on yourself, and I took that offensive. Like, what you mean I can focus on myself? That's my baby. I got it, no matter what. But what he means is that, like, I get up now. I don't gotta worry about if she ate. I don't gotta go back to the house and check up on her after I've been gone from the house for 16 hours, 18 hours, 22 hours. I don't have to send help over there. I don't have to make sure she's getting DoorDash. I don't send her that, but my people send her DoorDash. I don't have to, look at certain things over the phone and make it into my schedule. Like, it's literally all I have to worry about is just Savannah, and I have a dog. That's all I have to worry about. It's just like, it makes me feel like I don't have any children, but I know I have children. But I always told people when we have conversations about fathers not treating the outside kids the same as they would for the ones inside. And I said it will never be equal like that because that's not their day to day. And the fact that I'm living that, my daughter is not my day to day no more. No matter how many times I text her and call her, she's not in my home. She's not in my home. I'm not going to see her. She's not going to ask me how I'm doing. I'm not going to come home to a meal. Um, I can't depend on her anymore to take out the dog. Now I'm responsible for that. She was responsible for Cody for a very long time, taking him out in the morning and at night and feeding him and things of that nature. So I was really trying to prepare myself before she actually left to take on that responsibility. Um, when I had a long day and I want her to come rub my back or rub my head. I don't have her for that anymore. Or to go in there and lay on her, or to, get the love and the recharge. I don't have that anymore because she's not here. And just talking about that is very hurtful. It's very sad. But I know it's for the best. I can't say it got any easier because when my prince left, I felt the same way. It's sick to my stomach, when he left. And it's the same way with her. So it's like opening the wounds all over again. But the only thing is she's my last. I only have two. So it's like, what do that look like? Being my age, I'm not married by choice. Um, Because when I get married, I'm staying married. That's just it. There's no divorce. To death do us part, okay? So you're trying to marry me, is death do us part. But I'm not married. I'm not living with a significant other or anything like that. So I shouldn't say I don't have anybody to take care of me or anybody to lean on, but it's definitely different. It's definitely different not having someone in my day to day. And I'm a very spoiled individual. Like, even though I spoil my children spoiled me. And any men that I ever been with spoiled me. So it's like, now it's just me. Like, who do I call on in the middle of the night? Who do I reach out to? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know it's people I can call and things of that nature, but it's not here in my face, like if I'm having cramps. Who do I get to rub me? You know what I mean? Like, or my body is not feeling well. Who do I get for that? And that's not to say I don't have anybody. It's just to say it's not in my home. I'm by myself now. So empty nesting for me is, I'm not happy with it. Um, I try to be okay with that because I have no choice and I don't want to stress myself out. So I'm dealing with my emotions, and even now it's just like, oh, like I'm holding back my tears. But what kind of mother would I be if I would have made her stay? You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at things like that. And empty nesting don't have to be so bad. It don't have to be so bad. It all depends. You gotta have your mindset established for that and ready for that. And to endure and to take on the unknown. And you gotta be okay with that. And the biggest thing for me is that I know my daughter is safe. Like, that's his only daughter, and he, like I said, he's amazing. So I don't have to worry about her safety at all. Like, her dad has her 10 toes down, so I'm not worried about that at all. And I do believe the things that I have installed in her, the moral, the values, the character, all of that, I believe that's going to show up in his worst way now. What I mean in his worst way, like, it's going to show up even more now. Because I have said to her, like, remember I taught you, remember about your hair. And I thank God for my sister that's in Texas. She's going to take care of her natural hair too. Because my daughter got some beautiful, nice, curly hair that I want to continue to stay growing, but she also get braids. So I thank God for my sister that's down here to continue to take care of her hair, but I also taught my daughter some tools and things like that. And I had reached out to some people that was willing to do it, like Rachel, to teach my daughter about waxing like the proper way and things of that, when she left, because it's like dad and daughter. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to make sure my daughter was good. So I reached out to a few. I reached out to Ashley. I reached out to a few people about hygiene. Not saying that I don't know anything about it, but when you get your kids in a teaching setting, they tend to listen better. And I don't have a problem with my daughter hygiene at all. So let's be very clear about that. So I just wanted her to be more sufficient and more equipped, just like hair, like start brushing your hair from the bottom all the way to the top, things of that nature. Um, I don't know what she's gonna be eating every day. I'm not gonna see her mood swings. I'm not gonna see things that I would normally see. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be able to give her a hug, or my daughter knows when I'm sad, my daughter knows when I'm mad, my daughter knows when I'm upset. She tends to cater to me more. And I don't have that. I don't have that. So for me, um, I'm just gonna continue pouring into Lucas Has No Face. building it up to a point where I can leave Milwaukee. I do want to leave Milwaukee. I've been wanting to leave Milwaukee. But I was going to leave one or two things that was happening once she went off to college, but she actually moved before then. And then once my business is able to run on its own with the proper people in place. So, once my business get the proper people in place that it needs to be running on its own, because don't get it twisted, like having a nonprofit organization is very, very, very hard, and I have changed people throughout the years. So once that get established, I will be leaving myself, but I will be flying in and out because that's going to be the headquarters. I'm going to continue to focus on my podcast, like, going to the podcast conventions and things of that nature. I am working on my hairline right now, so I'm going to pour all of my time into that as well. That's a couple things. Working on another book right now. The last thing I want to be working on is a camp. For kids with invisible illnesses. Where I want to open that up, I do not know. But I'm a pour my time into that while also taking care of myself, having self care days, mental health days, just relaxing. Whether that's for a whole day where I'm just cutting my phone off. Well, I ain't gonna cut my phone off, but like putting my phone down, going to the hotel, going for a spa day, going to go take myself out for dinner or lunch, or meeting up with my friends, my people, my loved ones. I got to make sure that I allow them to love on me because I am guilty of shutting people out. Because sometimes I feel, not that people don't understand, but I'm a person that feels like if you're not going through or have not been through the exact same thing that I am going through, it may be hard for you to understand where I'm coming from. Like, yes, you can sympathize with me, um, but sometimes I want to just lay on your chest or lay on your lap and have you rubbing my head to give me that energy back. Sometimes I don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes maybe I want to go to a nice restaurant, nice ambiance, and not have a conversation. Just enjoy the sounds and the views. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at a state like that right now, and how many people can endure that? Maybe none, maybe some. And that's probably where it's just gonna be me, just enjoying that and getting my mental ready and continue to stay ready. And I think it's gonna be a continuous thing. Like, I think it will get easier, but I think as long as I have the support, which I have a dope support system, um I know I'll be okay. Even if I don't have a support system, God got me. Like, He ain't brought me so far. My faith is so mad crazy. Like, it's not, God got me. You know what I mean? So even though I'm saying I want to do all of these things, I am gonna do those things for sure. But the way that I envision them coming out and the way I'm envisioning them being worked on like that, because I'm still growing as a person. Like, I have 4 degrees and all of those things, but don't forget, like, I went through some stuff too. That's another story for another day. But I'm still growing and I'm still excelling and I'm still elevating. I'm still learning things, and I feel like once you stop learning and stop elevating, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Like, I still gotta check myself. So this is just going to be, I know Texas is LA, Cali, like my home, but Texas is gonna be my second home. Like, I'm gonna be out here very frequently. Like, my daughter expect for me to be out here on her major days, so I'm gonna make sure that happen. There's no reason why I'm not gonna have that happen unless God say otherwise. So I'm gonna be flying out frequently. I'll be out here again in September for her birthday. So this is but I know it's gonna be a period of time that I'm probably gonna go months without seeing her, and that's gonna be another opener. Right now I'm just dealing with the very beginning stages right now. So yeah, I can envision what that could possibly look like, but I really don't know what that looks like. And as I'm sitting here talking to you guys about empty nesting, like, just me having autoimmune disease, I feel the stress on me as I'm talking to you, because when you holding in your feelings, even though I'm articulating and being very transparent with you guys, um, me holding back my tears right now is causing stress throughout my body. You know what I mean? So that could be an issue. So after this show, I'm going to go do some things. Maybe like I don't know what yet, but I might go take a bath with Epsom salt. I might go medicate myself. I might go take a walk. It's the pool out there. I might go take a swim, something that's going to redirect my thoughts so this can get up off me. Because if I keep going through this thing right now, which how I'm feeling, my back hurt, my arm hurt, my whole body hurts, like, and it wasn't hurting when I started talking to you guys. It just started hurting because I'm holding back my emotions and it's affecting me right now. And I don't want to have a flare up. I really don't want to have a flare up. I don't want that to happen. Because that can probably cause guilt on her end if she finds out. So my priority is to take care of myself, to take care of myself. And because I learned my triggers, which is a class that I teach you guys, if you guys are ever interested in learning your triggers, you can go on the website, www.lucashasmyface.com, and we can set up a session for me to help you through learning your triggers. But because I know my triggers, I know what to do. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna sit in it, because if I do sit in it, I could potentially have a flare up. So I promised myself I wasn't gonna do that. My sitting in it probably be like an hour or two, but I'm not gonna take a whole day, because this is my norm right now. You know what I mean? So for the mothers out there that is experiencing empty nesting, that don't know what to do, I might just start a group. Who knows? I might just start a support group. I don't know. It's to be continued. But I'm definitely gonna continue to research. I'm definitely gonna continue to make myself a number one priority, because without me, nothing else can go. Like oil without no engine, right? Um, I gotta continue making sure I'm good. So my refrigerator, what looks different in my home, my refrigerator is definitely going to be different. Not that my daughter had a messed up palate, but now I can. It's only me. So my palate, I love vegetables. I love fruits. I love smoothies, fish, chicken. Um, it's going to be very healthy in my fridge. I don't buy junk food as it is. I do eat junk food, but I get it from like the stores. I don't have it sit in my home or anything like that. It's nothing but water in my home. If it's milk, it's walnut milk or coconut milk. So I don't really eat white things, you know what I mean, like rice and carbs and bread. So it would not be none of that. So my fridge is definitely gonna look different. The sound of my home is definitely gonna be different. The presence is definitely gonna be different because my daughter brings up presents when she's in my home. So I don't have that anymore. Going to bed is even gonna look different. I'm not gonna have anybody to talk to me before I go to sleep, or be like, Lele, come watch a movie with me, yelling from the next room. Like I'm not gonna have that. So that's gonna look different for me. When I come home, no, like I'm not gonna have anybody asking me how my day was. Like it's all just gonna be so different for me. I'm not gonna be able to go in there and mess with her and aggravate her, pull her the covers off of her, and say get up now and why you didn't do this. It's been hours. I'm not gonna be yelling anymore. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna have a helpmate. I'm not gonna have a helpmate. So I'm not gonna have nobody while I'm getting ready, putting my makeup on in the shower, asking me, can they buy this? Like I'm not gonna have the interruptions, which all of that stuff you miss, you know what I mean? When you don't have it was an instant. I instantly missed it. Like all of the irritating things, I instantly missed it. Or I'll get dressed and be like, "How this look? How this look? You think your mom look good on this?" You know what I mean? I'm gonna miss all of that, having that girly feeling in the house. I'm gonna miss that. But again, what does this chapter look like for Savannah with this empty nesting? Um, I don't know. And this is a bonus episode. I'm probably definitely going to add to this. So it's definitely going to be a section. I just made up my mind. It's definitely going to be a section on my YouTube channel. So Lupus Has No Face podcast. For those that want to replay or look for the other episodes, which I'm always going to go live, it's going to be on there. I might update you guys once a month, once every 3 months. I don't know yet, but it's definitely going to be a session on there. Um, yeah, working out is very good. Like I've been thinking about hitting the gym. And I think when I get back, I'm just gonna make that a part of my life. Like I've been running from it, not wanna do it, just being lazy, or I'll do it. Um I'm just not consistent with it. You know what I mean? But working out is I love working out. I really actually do. But it's just getting back into the groove of things. And I'll be up like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? So to be continued for that too, because that's been on my mind heavy, and I know Chrissy, they're trying to get me back in there, and it's just like I'm not ready, but just like anything, just like Nike, just do it, and I think that that'd be very good for me. I think that I know for sure that'd be very good for me starting back up a regular workout regimen. So yeah, because this can go very bad. But my mind is way stronger than that, and I'm not gonna let this get bad. So for those that are going through the empty nesting thing, um, I'm just starting it, but I'm very strong when it comes to will. So if you guys are having any weaknesses, come talk. Let's talk together. Um, and the fact that I know that it can get bad is I can feel it, but I know I'm not going to let it happen. So I'll be able to sympathize with you, to give you some pointers, on why you shouldn't let it get that bad or bad at all. But you definitely should allow yourself to feel, because that's important. You should acknowledge your feelings, which I am acknowledging my feelings. Um, so that's what it's looking like for me. And anybody know when I travel, I'm wearing Adidas. Every time I'm out of town, going through the airport on my relaxing days, I'm wearing Adidas. Like that's call me Adidas girl. But so yeah, so that's what it is. So if it's any empty nesters, if you guys want a different topic about empty nesting next time, let me know. Let me know how you like this episode. I just felt the need that I can come on here and let you guys know, for the people that are going through with autoimmune disease, it will definitely play a part on you in your body, and you need to be aware of that and make sure you take care of that, because if you don't, something bad can happen, and we don't want that, right? You know better, which I know better. You do better, so I'm going to do better. So I love you guys for free. Um, Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't checked out all the footage from the band and from the walk on my page and look at it, there will be one next year. LaShawn Garola does have other things that's coming up. Um, so yeah, and if you guys have not registered for the Sister Shrug, go register for the Sister Shrug. Reach out to Phoenix. Make sure you be in the building for that. I'm definitely going to be in the building for that. If you have not registered for I'm gonna call it the mindset of man. TR Network Tone Deaf is in charge of that. I believe that's coming up on the 15th. If I got the dates wrong, please put that in there. You guys go love on each other. Men need to be vulnerable and open up, and they need to love on each other too. He's gonna let you guys know it's definitely a safe space. So that's gonna be a dope event. I'm gonna try to be there as well, even though I am the woman, but I'm try to be there as well because I'm very supportive when it comes to anything that he's doing as well. So yeah, that's what it's looking like for Savannah Birds and her Princess Nolay for being an empty nester. You guys, there definitely will be more episodes to look forward to. I am here every Wednesday at 6:30 on all platforms. Please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. I will respond back. Until next time.